So let's talk about mold. I think, more and more people are becoming aware of the issues with mold.
Whenever it comes to mold, I really like to focus on, first and foremost, the prevention, because at the end of the day, that's going to be the best line of defense against mold problems is what can we do to prevent them from occurring in the first place? Because once you have one, it gets more difficult, it gets more expensive, and it's just a lot more challenging. So if we can prevent it from coming up in the first place, that's always going to be my first choice whenever possible. Whenever we talk about prevention, there's 4 things that mold needs to grow. The first thing that it needs is air, which we also need air, so we can't control that. It needs a temperature range that is basically the same temperature range that we need our homes to be, so we can't control that end. It also needs food sources. Mold in its natural outdoor environment is breaking down dead plant material. So that's why it's on Earth. That's what it does in the whole circle of life is plants die, they need to be broken down, and mold does that. The downside is we also build our homes out of dead plant material. No matter what, we're providing it a food source with almost all of the construction materials that we're using. Some, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, can be definitely better choices than others there. But no matter what, we can't really control the food source aspect of it altogether. Final thing that it needs is moisture. And moisture is something that we can control now. I like to kind of break down the moisture into 2 different buckets, because whenever we talk about how to identify and prevent them, they're really kind of 2 different situations. And the first one would be actual water intrusion. This would be foundation water intrusion, where you've got water coming in from the outside, pipe leaks, one of the things that people tend to think about whenever they think about a mold issue. And then the second category would be humidity issues. These we see very, very frequently. It's a lot more common than people recognize, and they're a lot harder to initially identify and really try to figure out, okay, where is this coming from, or is it here in the first place?